We're getting even closer to the official drop date for EA Sports College Football 25, and I don't think I could possibly be more excited. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me introduce you to the College Football 25 Dynasty Decider Playoff. Formatted like the new College Football Playoff in real life, which will be debuted in the 2024-2025 season, the Dynasty Decider Playoff is my fun way of leaving it up to the randomness to help me decide which school I am going to take over first and rebuild in Dynasty mode in College Football 25. Here's what the official bracket is going to look like and be formatted like in the real upcoming season, with the top 4 teams getting an advantage with a bye. And here is what the bracket looks like for the Dynasty Decider Playoff, with the 12 schools all decided by me. You see, each of the 4 teams that are getting a bye will host their own region before it gets down to the final 4 teams. But before we finish going over how it works, let's meet the 12 teams in it, starting with the Yukon region, led by the Yukon Huskies. As you can see, they will be represented by Navy in the playoff because Yukon is not in the latest NCAA Football 14 mod that I will be using for this, so in game, it will be Navy representing the University of Connecticut. And the reasons Yukon are in the playoff are easy. I was born and raised in the state of Connecticut and love Yukon basketball and most sports, but I've had a mixed relationship with Yukon football in my life. I still have a ton of pride for my state though, and would love to see them be the first team that we rebuild. But that being said, I absolutely love all 12 schools in the playoff for a first dynasty for different reasons. So let's meet who is in Yukon's region. They will play the winner of the Kent State Old Dominion game. And here is Kent State, the Golden Flashes from Kent, Ohio. They had the worst record last year at 1-11 of any team in this Dynasty Decider Playoff. They play in the MAC, so we would get some action, and I really love their branding and mascot. They'll be facing off against Old Dominion, the Monarchs from Norfolk, Virginia. They are one of the newest members of the FBS, joining in 2014. They play in Conference USA, and besides me loving the fact that they have such a unique mascot, I actually saw Old Dominion play live in the NCAA basketball tournament round of 64 in Hartford, Connecticut a few years ago, so another reason for me to include the Monarchs. Next up is the University of Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns. I don't need to say much about why they're in the playoff. In my opinion, I think they have the best nickname in all of college sports, and that is why they are hosting their own region in Lafayette. They will play the winner of Kennesaw State and Louisiana Tech. First, the Kennesaw State Owls, who you may notice are the other team in this playoff not represented in the NCAA Football 14 mod that I'll be using, so they will be represented by Army in the playoff. And the Owls are officially members of FBS Division I football for the first time ever, starting today, July 1st, 2024. They will play in Conference USA. And again, I love the branding, love their uniforms, and I really like the fact that they are a brand new team to the scene. They'll play the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, one of my absolute favorite sets of uniforms in college football. They make red, white, and blue look so very clean. Nice logo, and they're a great school to rebuild, also in Conference USA. Next up, the next team that I award with a bye, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. So many reasons to like Hawaii for a dynasty, or anything really. First things first, Hawaii is an absolutely beautiful and stunning tropical island, so we would not only be representing a school, but an entire island. Culturally, Hawaii is incredibly unique and cool. Branding wise, they kill it. Hawaii is a favorite of mine for sure. They'll be playing the winner of 2 other Mountain West Conference schools. First up, the Wyoming Cowboys. They maybe have my favorite stadium in all of college football. I love the way it looks, but War Memorial Stadium and Wyoming are one of the few brands that make these 2 colors absolutely work. Rarely do you see brown and yellow pulled off this well, but I like everything about the Wyoming Cowboys for a dynasty. They'll play the San Jose State Spartans, California's representative in this playoff. Really great logo and branding, but seriously one of the best uniform sets in this playoff. And finally, the Bowling Green region, hosted by the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Maybe not the best nickname, but definitely my favorite mascot in the entire playoff by far, and that's why they'll be getting a bye. Big Red is absolutely iconic. I don't even know what a Hilltopper is, but they literally have a cartoon representation of him on one of their helmets, along with these other Topps helmets, which I really love. Great branding. They'll be playing the winner of Tulsa and North Texas, and here is the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Great nickname, iconic looking branding, and I don't feel like Tulsa ever gets much love as a great team to rebuild in Dynasty, but I like them as a sleeper. They'll check all the boxes for me as a playoff representative, and our representative from the state of Oklahoma. And lastly, the North Texas Mean Green, maybe my other favorite nickname other than the Ragin' Cajuns, and they absolutely deliver on the green part of their branding. I love everything about their brand, including the awesome reason for their nickname being that Joe Green, a famous NFL player for the Steelers, played for the school, and his nickname was Mean Joe Green, which is literally where the school adopted the nickname from. How cool is that? Their logo is an eagle, but I love the Mean Green as an option from Texas. But that's it. Those are your 12 teams that we could use for our first Dynasty in College Football 25 when the game drops. I'm going to stream every game for this tournament on NCAA Football 14 with the College Football Revamped mod on PC. Make sure you come by to the streams to chat and hang out with me, bring some fun snacks, but every game is going to be simmed with the computer playing the computer, and all of the overalls are going to be set to even so that it is truly random the whole way through. So, join me tonight, July 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the first stream of the playoff. The rest of the streaming schedule will be provided on my community page, but the next one after tonight's going to be Wednesday, July 3rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully some of my UK folks that follow me for FIFA can join in there. But get excited, folks. This is going to be a wild ride and a fun way to build up to the long-awaited release of College Football 25, which will be on July 19th. But make sure you subscribe if you've enjoyed yourself here and you're looking forward to college football content. Like the video if you liked what you saw here. And until I see you in the stream, this has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.